So what's one to do on a rainy day in Singapore? Go shopping, of course, and I'm in the heart of all shopping in Singapore, Orchard Road, that doesn't just have one or two shopping malls, but like shopping malls as far as the eye can see. And so in this video, I'm gonna take you on a walk down Orchard Road. I'm gonna turn the camera around so you can see what I can see. And we're gonna start this walk at the intersection of Orchard Road and Grange Road because there was kind of a nice outdoor covered shopping mall. I'd say most of the shopping malls here are indoors, and by the way, this Victoria's Secret doesn't flicker like this in real life. That's just the LED lights that don't do so great with the capture on a camera, frame rates and lights. Anyway, Orchard Road is kind of like maybe the Las Vegas Strip in Singapore, where it's a wide promenade, probably the widest street here, at least sidewalk-wise. It is one way, so car traffic only goes one way on it. There are numerous tall high-rises here, office buildings, hotels. It's a great place to stay if you're like looking at a hotel and saying like, hey, would Orchard Road have a lot of restaurants around to eat? Absolutely. One of my favorites is the Marriott Tang Plaza over there with that kind of pagoda-looking roof. We'll get there in a minute. There's also a Pullman Hotels right over here in this glass building. So undercover, where we're walking right now, this is the Hilton right above me. And then at the ground level are a number of stores so that you can shop as you walk. And Orchard Road is not the home of discount shopping in Singapore. Orchard Road is the home to luxury shopping. Maybe some mid-range shopping too, but definitely mostly on the luxury shopping side. And we are going to have to traverse the rain a little bit, but a great part about coming here is that you can stay mostly undercover to explore the stores, particularly on the next block. Like from the Hilton, we're going to have to cross the street, but then you can traverse like, you know, the core 4 blocks of Orchard Road, all under underground tunnels, which makes it really good to either stay out of the heat or stay out of the rain, or perhaps even do both. Now, it was sunny just about an hour earlier as I was starting this, but such is the weather here in Singapore where the rain comes on really, really quite quick. Now, I want to cross that street, but I want to wait for it to turn green so I don't trudge out in the rain too long. All right, here we go. We're going to go quickly through the rain. Chris, you should be using your umbrella. You know, maybe I should, but it's hard to hold an umbrella and a gimbal at the same time. Okay, there's the MRT makes a stop right here at Orchard Road. Also, plentiful bus routes fly up and down the street. We're now heading up into Takashimaya Shopping Center, also known as Ngee Ann City. It's got the 2 names on it. The official name is Ngee Ann City, but most people know it as the Takashimaya Shopping Center. I'm gonna wipe my lens to make sure there's no splotches on the screen. Sorry for looking at my shirt for a moment there. And you can see we are covered here again. Oh, I want to show you right down here. Apparently they still have payphones, but this little Uncle Ching stand, you'll find these all over Orchard Road, and they are ice cream stands. They sell a slice of ice cream, yes, a slice of ice cream, and a piece of bread for $1.50. It is the best deal you're going to find on Orchard Road because things aren't cheap here. Across the way is the Paragon Shopping Mall. There's a Gucci, a Longchamp over there. There's a Prada. And on the left, we're passing the Takashimaya department store. We'll take a look at that from the corner over here, but it's got a really great basement level 2 or 3 food hall where you can get all great Japanese foods down there. And it's got a great Japanese supermarket too. All right, so I just want to show you out here because we're gonna go in this building in a second, and you won't be able to see it outside. But Ngee Ann City is this big red brick building, big promenade in the middle, opened in, I said 1993 or 1991 or 1989. You know, I'm just spouting out random years, but there's a plaque over here that says when it was opened by the Prime Minister of Singapore, in fact. But I probably won't walk by that plaque. Let's go ahead and pop in this way. So this brings us into Takashimaya, that Japanese department store. Oh, and it's nicely air conditioned. And you know, even in Singapore when it's hot and it rains, it's still hot. Like, I guess you have to get like super soaked to actually cool down. Just a mild soaking, and it's still pretty warm walking around. All right, this takes us out of the department store and into the shopping center itself. On the ground floors, you know, we have a Bulgari, we have a Hermes, we have Chanel opening, we have a Mont Blanc, Cartier, Tiffany upstairs, and we're gonna go downstairs because we want to take the underground tunnel to go over to the other side. You can bet that there's a lot of escalators here on Orchard Road because you'll be spending a lot of time going up and down and up and down. So there's a, you know, on the cheap end for makeup, there's a Sephora, the American brand, and then if we look down here, these are the basement level 1 and basement level 2 of Takashimaya, and then out here they have a style bazaar. This is like some special event where they got like shoes and jewelry, and then back there is kind of a neat fountain inside. My favorite soap and lotion brand, Aesop, and you can like try their lotions. You can come here, hand balm, and just, you know, figure which one I want. Right there. One of these bottles is probably $60, not cheap. So get it while it is free for the sample. Smells pretty good. All right, so we're walking through just one of the shopping areas in Ngee City, or the Takashimaya Shopping Center. You'll find plentiful, clean restrooms abound with signs that tell you where they are, so you're not left to wonder. As we go underground, as opposed to above ground, you can see the shops are a little bit more mid-range, with a Guess and a Bath and Body Works. Super dry, can actually be quite expensive, so they mix these things up together. Now, I mentioned that the soap we just looked at was my favorite, but there's like 2 high-end soap companies that, like, where one is, the other one is, and we're coming up on the second one, which is Le Labo. Le Labo makes really good soaps that are equally as expensive. When you check into like a Park Hyatt or something like that, they will typically have Le Labo soaps. Okay, let's see. Where do I want to go now? I want to go. I think I want to go down. I think I want to go down because I think we want to go to the bridge that goes out to the MRT, and I think we're going to find that down here. We see a pharmacy down here, the Guardian Pharmacy. And we come over here, there's Genki Sushi, which is a rotating sushi place. Sushi go round, where the sushi goes round and round. Except this place doesn't go round and round. You order it from a screen, and then it like comes out to your table, so you can pick it up. Heavenly Wong. What have they got? All right, we're gonna go this way to Wisma Atria, which is the shopping center that is right next to this one. I was happy to find this so that I don't have to go out into the rain, or hopefully not very much, to connect to the next shopping center. I want to show you this little tea shop over here. They've got like a little area in the center with like pillows on it that you can sit at the low Japanese style kneeling tables. Cool. Okay. Heading up this staircase that I wish was an escalator, but you can only have so many escalators. Brings us back up to basement level 1, and there's some red ropes to separate left from right to connect the next shopping mall, Wisma Atria, to the one we just came from. I think Wisma Atria is a little cheaper of a shopping mall. You can just tell even by how like narrow the hallways got. Here we've got the Choco Express, all aboard, the Choco Express, the chocolate train. We got some jewelry. We got Blimby coming soon. I don't know what Blimby is. We've got a store for school kids backpacks. We've got the Underground, Future State, Botanique. We've got a makeup store. Over here we've got Famous Amos cookies. You know, this is like sort of the fun part I feel about coming to Asia from the US is like a lot of brands that are like dead in the US have found a second life in Asia. Famous Amos cookies. I mean, when's the last time you've seen those in the US? And if you haven't been to the US, you might have never seen them there, but it's something you just don't see anymore. This all smells pretty good over here. If I'm sniffing, it's not because my nose is stuffy, it's because I was trying to think of like, what's that scent that I'm smelling? Mr. Coconut. I had a shake from here earlier. Well, not from this branch, but from one at Takashimaya. We got sushi row. This is cool. We got all these different like sushis that are just grab and go. We can get eel for $11, salmon for just about $10, or not as a roll, but just as the sashimi for $7.60. I mean, I think the prices of this are pretty reasonable. And you can just get like 2 pieces of tuna if you want for $2.70. Although, not a big fan of the refrigerator sushi, because when it hangs out in there for a long time, it's usually not super tasty after hanging out in there for a long time. Wisma Atria goes up floors and floors more up, but we're going to keep walking this way, this basement level. There's a Krispy Kreme over here. How much is a Krispy Kreme donut? $3.50, $4.20 for the bunny. That's like the special decorative one, I think, for like spring or Easter coming up here. Alright, what do we see around the corner? Around the corner, we see the Skechers store. We see Bakery M, not to be confused with Lady M, kind of a Chinese bakery. We see a Garrett popcorn. This is Chicago-style popcorn, famous for the original mix, which is cheddar cheese and caramel popcorn. Quite good. I like to get Garrett when I go to Chicago. Subway Niche, like a small little dessert store. And then this is going to connect us into the next shopping center, which is Ion Orchard. Ion Orchard is my favorite shopping center on Orchard Road. I love the design of it, which maybe when we go over and cross the street, we'll be able to see the design of it if the rain has stopped a little bit. But Ion Orchard connects directly into the MRT. This is the Orchard Road MRT, or subway stop. And I will go back in Ion Orchard in just a moment, but I did want to show you the MRT here. It is 5 p.m. on a Wednesday, so this is becoming like busy commuting time. And we can see like the mall is actually separated by the MRT station here. You can see there's a Chanel over here on the back side. Okay, let's see if we can walk around this way to get back into the mall. Speaking of the MRT, I love the Singapore MRT. Fast, clean, efficient, can't be beat. All right, there's an outpost of Popeyes. Love that chicken. And I think, let's see if exit 3 brings us back into Ion Orchard. But I think I want to go in, well, yeah, sure. We'll go ahead and exit 3 into Ion Orchard. And try to turn right. Let's see. Here's a little Singapore post office down in the basement. As we come around this really narrow corner, at this point I'm like, I wonder where this alley takes me. Hopefully it's going to take me over to the main part of the shopping mall. I don't think so. I think this goes nowhere. All right, we're going to backtrack and go around the other way. But don't worry, I won't backtrack you on the same direction. We'll take a look at some different stuff as we go. Okay, we'll go through this little thing. This way. This is the hallway I'm looking for. Let's go over to the other side. The other side is one of my favorite things in Iron Orchard that I want to show you is the food opera or the food court that is down on basement level 4. It's a really epic food hall, and every one of these shopping centers, maybe not every one of them, but most of them have a food court hall like this, though I think this is the best one on Orchard Road. I also really like the one at Wisma Atria. They have a really good food republic. Okay, so we are now in the main part of the shopping mall, not just the finger along the subway. We are on basement level 2. It goes up for about 5 floors. This one particular mall, so we're now in our like fourth mall, roughly, right? We started at the Hilton Mall, went to the Takashimaya shopping center, went to Wisma Atria. This fourth one that we're in, there's over 400 stores just in this shopping center, on like 660,000 square feet. I mean, like each one of these is massive in and of its own right, and the fact that they're all right next to each other, and I've taken you through 3 of 20-ish, so you can see how you can easily come to Singapore for 5 days and spend 5 days just exploring these shopping centers. I mean, that is how much shopping is here. All right, so we're going down this escalator down to basement level 4. And basement level 4, in general, is the food hall floor. And then the food court section is called the food opera. Here we've got Yakun Kaya toast. Classic Singaporean breakfast is toast with like a coconut jam. We have a bakery shop from Japan. We also have a Daiso, which is the basically like Japanese version of a 99-cent store. Awfully chocolate that has some pastries. This raspberry chocolate. These are expensive. This is like $11 for this little cake slice right here. I bet it's good though. Okay, so we turn left here. I see the food opera that we are looking for, and we're going to pass another bunch of food stalls here. Here's a pizza place. If you're wondering what pizzas they eat in Singapore: beef pepperoni party, truffle mushroom, fiery hot chick, barbecue bonanza, nachos, popcorn chicken, satay, cheese, and ola Hawaiian. It is like about $6 per slice. There's a little supermarket down here called Jason's Deli. There's an outpost of Monster Curry for big plates of Japanese curry. We've got Japanese yakitori right here, where they are cooking up. You can see all of these meats on the charcoal grill right there. A couple bucks per stick. Though it's funny, the sign, oh wow, this is neat. They have a machine that marinades the yakitori. Look at that. So they don't have to marinate it by hand. It just gets marinated right there. Does it even get cooked? No, it gets marinated and then it goes down that way to like drip off of it. We've got some probably chicken karaage in the fryer right here. That looks good. If I was hungry and I wasn't recording this video, I might stop. Toast Box is another popular cafe for breakfast and coffee. Here we've got the beginning of the food opera. We have fried fritters that are basically like Chinese donuts. We have Ramen Nagi, which is a ramen shop from Japan, right here. And I'm going to take you on a quick lap of this food hall. We're not going to walk through the whole thing because it's really quite noisy. But earlier, I had lunch here. We've got prawn noodle laksa, where they have it's a spicy soup right there that then they put these really big shrimps in it. Look at that, that's impressive. And you might get egg and some fish cake, or you can pick the things that maybe you want, so that it's not the base thing. We've got a dessert stall. This one sells fish maw pig stomach chicken soup. That's what we got going on there. One of the most popular, and it had a long line earlier for lunch, is this stall. This is the fish ball noodle stall that's won the 2022 Michelin Bib Gourmand Award. a bowl of fishball noodles will cost you $6.50. You pay it at the front, and then the gentleman right there puts the fishball noodles in your bowl. It's not, the noodles aren't fish, you get like noodles plus the fish balls. Okay. The dessert stall, shave ice, is the classic dessert in Singapore because it's so hot, and then you get like these maybe various toppings on the ice, and they will like actually shave the ice right here. You can see the ice that they shave right there. What did I have for lunch? I had the Singapore fried prawn noodles from here, $7 for the small one, and I also had the carrot cake. You can see a picture of what that looks like right here. And they cook it up in these woks, fresh, and then you can see they got the garlic and all the different tasty ingredients to go with it. We've got Indonesian barbecue. We've got Pepper Kitchen, which is like a knockoff of Pepper Lunch from Japan. We've got Jajale cuisine, which looks pretty good. We have vegetarian rice or noodles. You pick what veggies you want. There's a few meats, but a lot of veggies that you can then get noodles of. And then we've got more Indonesia cuisine over here. Basically, you pick like how many meats you want that are up here in the front. You use like 1 or 2 meats, and then like 4 veggies, something like that. So those sets cost like the one that has like tomato chicken and 2 veggies is $8.50, and an extra veggie is $1.80, and an extra meat is $5. This is the drink stall. They've got sugarcane juice right here. They've got Malaysian pulled tea. You can see it steaming up for the hot and fresh teas. Lime juice, water chestnut, iced Milo, which is like Ovaltine. Yeah, I mean, amazing. Okay, that's enough of this food hall. This video is not just about this food hall, but it's important because if you're coming to Orchard Road and you're hungry, you'll see a lot of restaurants around, and they're good. But I think the cool thing is definitely to make it down to the food halls in the basements or on the top level. In the case of Wisma Atria, it's on the top. All right, so we're in basement level 4. We have a little bit of an escalator ride to take up, but like the other thing I like about this mall is just kind of how like funky they've made it look with like all these different colors and screens. I don't know what it's like, a Samsung advertisement over here. Which, Chris, what are you recording this with? Samsung S23 Ultra on a DJI OM6 gimbal with a DJI mic. So I don't think Samsung or DJI can sell me any more stuff. I've already got it, you see. And just like looking down there, like it looks neat, just kind of like looking down that escalator too. Okay. So, we're back at the MRT. I am not going to take you up to the successive 5 floors of Ion Orchard, but I'm going to take you down the Ion Patterson link, which will take us across the street. We're going to go underneath Orchard Road that had those, 4 or 5 lanes of cars that I showed you before, and then we'll go ahead and pop up on the other side and see what the weather's like. Although, walking out down the hallway to leave Ion Orchard, they have a big sign up here that says, "There's more shops this way. Don't leave Ion Orchard. Stay here. Spend your money with us." But no, I can't, Ion Orchard. I have to go spread the love to they have a neat rooftop observatory called Ion Sky. If you spend $50 on stuff in this mall, then you can go up to the rooftop observatory and get a free drink between noon and 4. It's their way of I think having people shop earlier in the day, because when does everybody want to do their shopping? In the evening. Oh, by the way, how do they keep this place so clean? Like, you notice the floor is spotless, with a lot of people who are cleaning it, frankly. That's how. All right. I'm just passing that Sephora on another side. It definitely had a good smell. All right, so see you again at Ion Orchard, says the sign. And now we are going into Wheelock Place. Not all of these are as big as Iron Orchard. This is like a smaller one. But let's see. We'll go up. There's like escalate. These are the escalators you can take up to the road. But let's take the escalator in this mall up, and then we'll work our way outside over there. All right. And I think there's like a over there. There's like a tunnel that comes from somewhere else, or like another place. But you can start to see daylight up there. And this is why I say it's like Las Vegas. That when you're going around the Las Vegas casino, sometimes you're like, "Where's the outside? How do I get outside? Can anybody tell me where daylight is? Is it even still daylight, or have I stayed in here so long that the sun has come down, or has it come down and has it come up again?" You know, sometimes you never really know. This clothing shop has a lot of floral prints. We've got a eyeglass outpost. We have the Flaming Queen, which I'm sure does not have the same connotation that it might have in the LGBTQ communities. Going up one more floor. That's always like the interesting thing about English. You know, you see something and you're like, "Oh, that's interesting." Just like on my channel, my daughter's channel, the Spunky Princess. In American English, it means bold and courageous. And to some folks in the UK, it means something completely different. But for anybody who watches that or wonders that name, that's what Spunky comes from, bold and courageous. All right, so let's come out of Wheelock Place. Now that the rain is over, we can be outside again. You can see this is Iron Orchard. This is that very futuristic building that we came from. It has a high-rise tower right above it. This is the side street. Orchard Road is this one. It goes down that way. This is Patterson Road. This is the Marriott Tang Plaza with that pagoda roof. It's pretty neat. And so let's come over here to the corner. Yeah, and so that tunnel that I showed you before was a tunnel that would cross this street over here. And when I say this street, that was a tunnel that would cross Orchard Road. So like a lot of this intersection in front of Iron Orchard to the Marriott, you can't cross it via the street. You have to go via the tunnels. And they got the signs that say, "Hey, you want to cross the street? Use the underpass via Patterson Road." This looks like a daycare with painted on the van. Probably van transport. Pick them up from school. Taking the daycare. How many lanes is this across? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lanes across. That is a lot of lanes on one road. All right, looking back, you see the Hilton right there. That's where we started the walk. Blue building, Wisma Atria, and Iron Orchard. Oh, and you know, I've been outside for all of three minutes now, something like that, and I've started to sweat immediately. That's how humid it is from having that little bit of rain. And then this brings us into Shaw House that has another Japanese department store, Isetan, the American Luke's Lobster brand, Shaw Theaters, and there's a Food Republic food court over here at the top. Well, fellow explorers, I could go on and on, but I won't. That's the end of this tour. If you want to see more of my tours of Singapore, you can find more of my walking tours right here, or my entire Singapore playlist right here, where I've got, you know, travel tips Singapore, some of the best hawker centers to eat at, hotel reviews, and more. As usual, fellow explorers, I won't say goodbye because I'm going to see you in one of those videos.